Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan blog. Today we're looking at number 0, Red Sonja from 2005. This number 0 only sold for 25 cents when it come out, and that is so rare to have been 2005, but it's like a little comic book preview. It's not the longest thing you'll ever see. Red Sonja, remember her? There was a movie about Red Sonja back in the day.
Her courage was forged out of fire. Her power, a gift of the gods. Her destiny, to become a glorious new hero. Red Sonja. Only one man on Earth is man enough to win her.
Don't be a fool.
Try. To love her. To join her great adventure.
So YouTube, remember that? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Red Sonja rolling down the road. This comic book takes place after that. So let's see what happened to Red Sonja after Conan dumped her and left her on the side of the road like a scarcely clad whore. So Red Sonja's heading on down the road, and the first panel's in this comic book from 2005. She found herself going to mourn the king who had been assassinated. Yeah, YouTube, it's one of them glossy, glary books where you're going to get a whole lot of light glare off the glossy pages. I really don't like that. That's why I like doing the older comics from the 1940s and 50s and 60s where they don't have that glary look to them. They're not laminated. Check it out. Red Sonja arrives in town. She's being stalked up, but he don't attack. He just kind of watches her. That makes you wonder, don't it? See, they got the old king out here in the courtyard. He got killed in the battle yesterday. Look, king had a really cool knife. Guess who wants it? Red Sonja will have to stop from getting the knife, I think. But moving right along, everybody gonna go in and have them a drink up in the bar. Told you, everybody up in the bar having them a drink, talking about the king getting wiped out and stuff and the big battle coming. But there's some bad guys creeping around outside, I think. Red Sonja done got suspicious because she thinks somebody's creeping around. She's telling the bartender all about it. Hey, I think somebody's up there creeping around. You know what's going on? This guy's giving a speech about long live the king and standing up and fighting against the bad guys they're fighting. A lot of bad guys this month. Red Sonja raising a glass to the remembrance of the king. Everybody all talking about remembering the king over here. What happened? All of a sudden, somebody cracked Red Sonja on the head with a stick. She come up a swinging. About the time the bad guys opened fire and everybody realized that the evil horde of bad guys done broke into the keep. Now they're attacking to finish off the job. They don't want to just kill the king and some of his soldiers. They want to kill Red Sonja and everybody else up in the crib. You know how it goes. And it's one horrific battle between Red Sonja and the forces of evil. And there's a big fire at the end. And it's just, like I said, a really short little preview comic. I really enjoyed it. I think the art in here is really good. And I especially like the way they draw that Red Sonja. I'm doing that for a little fan service for all my little young boy buddies who like to look at the comic books with me and step through all the bad stuff to get a look at something really cool. So I figured I'd give them Red Sonja this week. And on Valentine's Day, coming up, I'll probably do a very special love story comic. It'll be the one and only love story comic I've ever done, and probably the one and only comic I'll ever do. And, of course, the way it always goes, YouTube, you get them ads in the back. And this one's for something called The Reanimator. If it's the Reanimator movie I remember, I can't wait to get this comic. I'll be especially looking for a Reanimator comic book. Look like this Dynamite gonna have some good stuff going on. And you get a little Red Sonja fan service here in the back. I'll put it there and hold it for a second. Hopefully you'll be able to pause it and read it if you give a damn to do that or not. And then we'll roll on down and have a look at this little Red Sonja artwork, which I find extra special. I really like Red Sonja a lot. And on the back, you get a couple of looks at a few other Red Sonja specials coming out. Wow. I'm going to have to pick up a few more of these Red Sonja comics. I really like them. I picked it up mainly for the cover, though. Yeah, YouTube, I thought for some reason that there cover of Red Sonja would look really good on the Daily Dan's wall. I'll probably hang it up there next to Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. What do you think, YouTube? You think it'll fit up here on the wall between Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and Vampirella? On my wall of comics. And these are all comics that the Daily Dan has reviewed. And if I review them, the Daily Dan hangs them up. Except for all the really cool Star Trek comics. I just collect them, and I have never reviewed a Star Trek comic on my channel. But when I do one, the very first one I'll do will be the #1 Star Trek. I'm going to do that one this year. I just don't know when. But today, YouTube, it's all about Red Sonja's number 0 from 2005, the preview comic they sold for 25 cents. A really special comic book with probably the best cover I've seen for the girly comics. Well, I hope all my little boy fans enjoyed this one. I hope they enjoyed it. I did just for them. Dave Sunstorm, my real good friend. Let me know if Red Sonja's the good stuff. But how can you go wrong with Red Sonja? She has to be the good stuff. Everybody be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for Daily Dan. Catch me next time for more comic book reviews and the hunt for the legendary Sasquatch. Thanks for joining me. Blog over.